NewEgg has some of the best gaming PC deals out there. However, there are so many options that it might be really hard to pick the right one, especially if you don't have enough PC knowledge. That's why I will show you the top 5 best gaming PCs from NewEgg for every budget and every resolution, going through 1080p, 1440p and 4K pre-built systems. And by the way, all of these computers will have good ratings, that way you get a reliable PC with fast performance. You will find the links to all of these NewEgg Prebuilt gaming PCs down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have the best budget gaming PC from NewEgg. Now this one will be perfect for 1080p resolution gaming on high to ultra settings, and you can also play esports shooters at very high frame rates. This is the AVS Aqua and it has the Nvidia RTX 5060 graphics card alongside the i5 14400F processor. If you don't know much about components, don't worry because I will explain it simply. This system will be able to run games at 1080p, high to ultra settings, even in high demanding games at 80 plus FPS on average, so a very strong level of gaming performance in this type of games. And then since you get an i5 14400F, if you want to play either high CPU demanding games or esports shooters like Valorant or Fortnite, you will be able to achieve well over 240 plus FPS on average competitive settings in these type of games. So feel free to go with a 240Hz, possibly 360Hz monitor if you want to compete in these type of games for under $1,000. Now, one of the things that I love about this system is that it has 32 gigs of RAM, so it's also a great streaming and content creation computer, not only just for gaming. Now, the price will be around $1,000, but after you applied a 10% coupon code that you will find down in the video description, the total price will be around $899. So you save around $100 USD, which is a very nice discount. Now, if you want the best price to performance to play at 1440p resolution, I recommend you getting this next system on the list in the Skytech Azure 3. This PC has the RX 9060 XT, which has 16 GB of VRAM, which means that you will be able to play in any resolution, whether it's 1080p, 1440p or even 4K, and you will be not running out of VRAM. Now, this system, in my opinion, is the best price to performance one, specifically for 1440p, because it's not too expensive and it's going to provide very solid 1440p gaming performance. In fact, you can expect well over 80 FPS on average at 1440p resolution, high to ultra settings in high demanding titles. So very strong performance at 1440p resolution in these games. And then when it comes to esports shooters, let me tell you, you will be achieving very fast frame rates because you get a Ryzen 7 7700 processor, which is an 8-core CPU that's very fast for gaming. So feel free to go with a 360Hz 1080p or 1440p monitor. And if you want to play high demanding games at 1080p, you can expect very high frame rates as well, so you can basically max out 1080p resolution if you want to. Here you also get 32 gigs of RAM, just like the last system, but this time is DDR5 memory, so you will be getting faster speeds. And on top of that, you get amazing aesthetics in my opinion and great airflow overall. So an amazing system, and in my opinion, this is one of the best value gaming PCs in the entire market, not only from NewEgg, and the total price will be around $1,099 USD, which in my opinion is a very fair price for the level of performance that you are getting. Now, if you want even faster performance, let's say you want to play at 1440p on the most high demanding games on ultra settings, you want to max out 1440p resolution, even with ray tracing enabled in some games, or you want to play at 4K 60 plus FPS on average, but you don't want to spend over $2,000, then I recommend you getting this next system on the list. This is the Archangel Gaming PC and it has the RX 9070 XT graphics card. This is the fastest graphics card from AMD, and it will allow you to play any game that you want at 1440p resolution, high to ultra settings, as I said before, even in the most high demanding titles, and you will be achieving over 120 plus FPS on average. So this is an insane level of gaming performance. And then you get one of the best 8-core processors in the market in the Ryzen 7 9700X, so you will be achieving very fast performance in high CPU demanding games and esports games. So feel free to go with a very high refresh rate monitor if you have the budget to and you want to compete in these type of games. And if you want to play high demanding games, you will be able to max out once again 1440p, or you can play at 4K 80 plus FPS on average in high demanding titles, high to ultra settings, or even faster performance if you want to play with the upscaler on in FSR. However, if you have a 1080p monitor, you can get away with the last system and achieve an insane level of gaming performance, so there's no need to spend more. But of course, if you have a 1080p monitor now and you want to upgrade in the future, having this PC might be a great idea. Here you also get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so again, an amazing level of streaming and content creation performance, and the total price by the time of filming is $1,600 USD, which is not cheap, but it's definitely not the most expensive system out there, and it's definitely a great price to performance PC if you want to play at 4K high to ultra settings, or if you want to max out 1440p resolution. Now, if you have more money to spend, you can actually get a system that's very similar to this one, but instead you get an Nvidia graphics card. This is the Cooler Master TD5 Pro, and instead of the RX 9070 XT that you get with the last system, you get the Nvidia RTX 5070 Ti. So if you want to go Nvidia because it has a better level of ray tracing performance, or because you get DLSS, which is the better upscaler, or maybe the programs that you want to run better with Nvidia, in that case, spending the extra and getting this PC will be ideal for you. Not only that, but also here you get more storage in 2TB of SSD, which is plenty if you want to install a bunch of games, or you want to do something like video editing and you are working with heavy files. And then you get an Intel Core Ultra 7 processor, which is one of the best gaming plus content creation processors in the entire market. So you get a very complete system overall with a top tier GPU and a top tier CPU for gaming and content creation at 1440p or 4K resolution with no issues. And last but definitely not least, you get a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, which is going to be amazing to cool down the Intel processor. And not only that, but the aesthetics are going to be top tier with that liquid cooler. Now the price will be around $1,850, so again an amazing system if you want to play at 4K or max out 1440p with an Nvidia graphics card for under $2,000. Now if you're thinking of playing at 4K and you want a high-end computer yet you don't want to spend over $3,000, the next system will be perfect for you. This is the iBuyPower Y40 and it has the Nvidia RTX 5080. The 5080 is one of the best gaming graphics cards in the entire market in terms of gaming performance, and you will be able to max out 4K resolution. So feel free to play at 4K ultra settings in the most high demanding games and achieve smooth performance. And then you get a Ryzen 9 9900X processor, which is one of the best CPUs in the entire market for both gaming, content creation, and also any kind of productivity work. I'm using that CPU inside of that system, and let me tell you, it's a beast for content creation and gaming. So feel free to max out any monitor refresh rate if you want to play esports shooters like, as I said before, Valorant or Fortnite or CS2. Those type of games you will be able to play at 500 plus FPS on average competitive settings, so you can go for a 480 or 540 Hz monitor if you want to compete in those type of games. Here you also get a 2TB SSD, so plenty of storage once again, and 32 gigs of RAM, and the total price will be around $2,550 by the time of filming. Remember that the prices might be different when you are watching this video, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down in the video description. And then as a bonus, if you just don't care about money, you want the best of the best, meaning that you want the fastest performance out there for both gaming and content creation, I recommend you getting this next Skytech O11 Vision, which has the Nvidia RTX 5090. And the Nvidia RTX 5090 is the fastest graphics card in the entire market. You can max out any game that you want at 4K resolution. I mean, you get the best of the best. And not only that, but you also get one of the fastest CPUs in the market for gaming in the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. So overall, you are going to be getting the fastest level of gaming performance out there, but also at a very high price. So again, if you don't care about money, this is going to be the perfect system for you if you want the best of the best. But if you're thinking about your budget, then most likely you don't need to buy this system, and any other PC from this list will be perfect for you. And by the way, this PC right here has an insane amount of RAM in 64 gigs of DDR5 memory, so you can do any type of multitasking and you'll be good. Now the price for this system by the time of filming is $4,400 USD, making it one of the most expensive systems out there. And if you don't care about buying a Prebuilt PC from other company, you just want the best deal out there, whether it's from NewEgg, Amazon, Best Buy, or just any retailer, well, in that case, I made an entire video talking about the top 5 best Prebuilt PCs of the month from any company for every budget and every resolution. You will find that one in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.